Hi, I'm Kim. I'm your science teacher, and I would like for us to learn how to do a coach lesson. So, this is your nonfiction text. You needed to pick this up. Hopefully, you picked it up last week, which for me is today, but you shouldn't be looking at this until Wednesday, the 19th of August, and you should already have a coach book in your hands. And yes, I know they are battered. I apologize for that. Okay, so every single week I will assign for you to have one or two coach lessons to complete. And by completing them, I mean that you need to pull up this document. It's called a THIEVES Lesson. THIEVES is an acronym. It's a graphic organizer. That means that you can take something like a reading passage and you can break it down into manageable pieces. So you will put this into your long-term memory. My class will not go away. This class and this book is your foundation for all of your high school classes. If you have an older sibling or a neighbor who had me as an educator, please ask them because you will see that I literally just set the groundwork that those high school teachers bounce deeper into, and this is important. Okay, we're going to start with lesson 21. Lesson 21 is on page 128. You should have a textbook. I highly recommend that you open your textbook to page 128 and follow along with me. So, T stands for title. It reads, write the title of the coach lesson and one fact that you already know about the topic. Well, the title is Earth's Water, and I wrote it here. And as you reflect on Earth's water, there are literally millions of things that you could write. I chose to write the Earth is called a blue planet because you can see the blue ocean from space. H stands for headings, and it reads, read all the headings in the lesson and turn 3 headings into a question that can be answered in your summary. Please note the number 3. Some lessons will have 4, 5, or 6 headings. I only require 3. So you'll know a heading, obviously, because it's bold. This one reads the hydrosphere. A very simple way to make a heading a question is just to write what is the hydrosphere. Doesn't work all the time, as you'll see in a moment, but it's pretty simplistic and it will make you answer it in detail later. 2, as you go to the next page, you'll see watersheds. So I wrote, what are watersheds? Then you'll flip your page to 130, and the very last heading we have is called North Carolina's Water. Well, I couldn't really say what is North Carolina water because we know that. We know we live in the state of North Carolina. We know we have a whole bunch of water here. So I wrote, what is a new fact I can learn about water? Introduction is I. Read the first paragraph and write the main idea. So let's go back to page 128, and here we go. It reads, Earth is a water planet. Water covers more than 70% of the Earth's surface. The composition of all living things, people included, is more than 50% water. Living things on Earth need clean water to survive. So I wrote, there is a lot of water on Earth, and all life depends on that water. Okay. And is that the only thing you can write? No, you can put that in your own words, but you just want the big idea. Obviously, it's directing you towards what this entire passage will be about or lesson. Examine. That's E. Read the whole lesson and write 3 facts that are new to you. I am not going to read this entire lesson because, number 1, I think you'll be so tired of my voice. And number 2, you're an excellent reader. So read the lesson. It's 3 pages. I read the lesson and I wrote 3 facts. Number 1, 97% of all water on Earth is salt water. Look how I included the number instead of most. Details matter. Please give me as many details as you can when you write to me. 2, aquifers with a capital A. Aquifers are porous layers of rock that hold water. Wells are created by drilling into aquifers to obtain fresh and clean water. So notice there's a period at the end. I would like you to also write in sentences that begin with a capital letter and they have punctuation at the end. Details matter. 3, I wrote, an estuary is a body of water where fresh and salt water mix. Now we're going to V. vocabulary. Write at least 3 vocab words that were new to you. You do not have to define them. We'll do that when we do the Ring of Knowledge, which I will explain to you in person on a Zoom call. So I wrote, and you know that they're new words if they're in bold. So I wrote the words hydrosphere, aquifer, and watershed. If you do know what all of these words mean and you've read an entire lesson, you're like, I know those words as well, I still would like you to write 3 vocabulary words. This will focus your attention and make you pay attention to all the connections within that lesson. It'll also help you remember the idea a little bit better. E, end of lesson question. You will see on page 131, there are lesson review questions or end of lesson questions. So let's go ahead and read them. Number 1 reads, which of these contain most of the Earth's water? And we have several choices here. A, oceans, B, rivers, C, lakes, D, glaciers. If I look back at the question, it says which of these contain most. It doesn't say which type of water, like saline or fresh. So we will go with oceans, because our first fact was 97% of all water on Earth is salt water. B, where is most fresh water on the Earth located? I'm not going to tell you the answer. I would like you to read A, B, C, or D and choose the right answer and continue that for questions 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Summary. Now we need to answer or read, I'm skimming. Look at your H heading questions and answer each question from your reading using at least 3 detailed sentences. So I will go back to heading. Number 1 stated questioned what is the hydrosphere? So, because I read the lesson and you did too, I will say, number 1, the hydrosphere is made up of all the water found on, above, or under the Earth's surface. My second heading question was, what are watersheds? And as I scroll down, I would write number 2, watersheds are areas of land that drain into a stream, river, or lake. Notice the word land. I actually made that in capital letters because we have a whole lesson where we're going to learn about watersheds, and what hopefully you'll learn is that they're the land that pollution and other water is running over. I have a whole lesson. It's actually fascinating. The third question states, what is a new fact I can learn about North Carolina water? And the answer is here, number 3. Cape Fear River drains directly into the Atlantic Ocean. And after you read the coach book, you'll realize that's kind of a unique situation. So that's it. That's Thieves. Just to recap, you'll have to do 1 or 2 Thieves a week. They're located on Schoology. All these documents you can write inside of the actual document. You submit it to me through Schoology and I will grade it. They are worth 10 points each and it is a homework grade. You also have to do the Ring of Knowledge. I have a whole lesson on the Ring of Knowledge, but I would like to do that with you in person because I'd like to go through some facts about why I require certain things in your Ring of Knowledge. And that's it. If you are having trouble with your homework, if you're having trouble just focusing, send me a message and I will do this with you. You can honestly say, Miss Kim, I need to see you. You can come during my office hours or I can make a special time just to sit with you and do homework. Not a problem. I'm here for you. I want you to understand this material and I want you to understand what I expect you to do for homework. So I'm here for you and you've got this. All right, guys. Bye-bye.